Darren, I think it's probably safe to say we'll have better nights at the office.
Yeah, look, obviously very disappointed with the first 45 minutes performance. There's nothing really you can say about the first 45 other than the fact you were glad it was over and you were able to get the players into half time. Second half I thought we came out, and to be fair, without really creating anything real clear cut. I thought we dominated the ball and I thought we dominated the second half. Even when we went down to 10 men, we still looked like the only team capable of scoring. We spent a lot of time in their half of the pitch. We got ourselves into good areas, but unfortunately we just weren't able to create that chance. Floodie's a decent chance from a free kick. Him and Tony do well, good combination. Aaron gets himself into a good area. He just sort of gets caught as he's trying to hit it. Then we have another one from across. Jamie puts a great ball into the box. It probably falls to the wrong player. I think it falls to young Sean O'Donnell. So look here, it's hard to win games of football when you only perform for 45 minutes, and unfortunately that's what we did here tonight. We didn't perform in the first half, but we certainly had a better account of ourselves in the second.
Yeah, and I suppose on the night that's in it, we're missing the guy for tonight, and thoughts of all the club go out to him and his family as well. Just a wee word on.
Yeah, it's been a difficult few days for Dave, and in fact it's been a difficult few weeks. Obviously, he's lost his uncle who was very, very close to his mum, so it's very important that Dave spend time with his family. He'd been in touch the whole way through the game, like we knew he would be. Now that Dave's been able to be over home and see his mum and obviously get done what needed to be done and stuff like that, he'll get himself back in here Monday morning and then he'll regroup and get the players ready for Wexford, and that's all he can do. I'm sure I'll speak to him at length tomorrow regards the game, but I know he watched the game and he was in touch with the dugout the whole way through the game, which just shows the measure of the man who's going through his own personal difficulties in his family, having to bury your uncle, but he's still fully focused on what's happening at Finn Park. So look, credit to Dave, and yes, as you say, thoughts and prayers with all his family from everybody associated with the football club, which hasn't been an easy time for Dave, but he knows we're all fully behind him and we were all thinking about him this evening. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to put a smile on his face at the end of this evening, and I know that'll hurt him as well. So here, again, as you said, Nigel, this has been a difficult few weeks for Dave, and hopefully now that'll be him back and he'll be back where he wants to be in the dugout.
Yeah. And just the final word, how do you lift the players after that, and how you talk about regrouping and that, and just how do we go about lifting the players for the game?
I just think you have to take the positives out of the game, and that was the second half. I thought Aaron McLaughlin, when he comes on the pitch, is a real live wire, bright spark. He give everybody in the ground a lift just through enthusiasm, and that's what you get with kids, that enthusiasm, the play with no fear. And I've just said to Aaron in there that try and keep that the whole way through your career. The players that are the most successful in their careers are the ones that play with no fear, and Aaron definitely showed that when he came on the pitch for such a young boy. He was the one that probably grasped it and gave everybody a lift, and his energy and enthusiasm sort of spread through the team. So I think that's what we have to do. Yeah, unfortunately in this game you don't get too long to mope around or suffer defeats. You have to dust yourself down and go again, and we have to do that tomorrow morning in training, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week before we head to Wexford, and that's what we will do.
Yeah, just a final thought then on Dahi. Went down with a fairly serious looking injury. Any wee update on him?
The update is he's away to Altergelvin Hospital in Derry to be assessed. The first diagnosis is that it might be a dislocated shoulder. We're unaware of the full details, but that's the first diagnosis. We'll obviously keep in touch with Altergelvin, and I'll keep in touch with the physios, and as soon as we learn more then we'll let people know.